Gold Star Promotions is proud to present Floyd Money Mayweather. The man himself is coming to the UK for his UK tour, February and March 2020. For all info and tickets, goldstarpromotions.co.uk.
Friday, back on Behind the Gloves with another interview. I'm joined by a young prospect, Hopey Price, in the Dave Colwell gym today. Hopey, how are you doing?
I'm okay, thank you. How are you?
Not too bad. Listen, we spoke to you briefly in Saudi Arabia, but obviously I've got to speak to you about that now because it must have been a bizarre experience. Second fight on the undercard of a world title fight, and such a good slot as well. Take us back through that night.
Yeah, well, obviously I was over the moon just to get to box there in the first place. So, but I always knew I was a live float, so there was always that little worry in my mind. But I think as a fighter, you've just got to deal with that and just get on with it. So I just done everything as planned as if I was boxing. And then I remember when I think it was Tom Little got stopped, and then Hergovich knocked his out and said, right, you've got 5 minutes, which I actually had my gloves on and off twice before that previously to box. I was so happy to box, so I sort of didn't think I was concentrated that much on the job and putting in a good performance that I couldn't believe it really. Like the slot I got was unbelievable for my second pro fight. It's like the biggest event in boxing's had in the past couple of years, so for me it was great.
So we've only seen it out twice, obviously. So really brief of what fans can see, what fans have seen of you. But I just want to ask you, how much of an impact has Dave had on your career so far? Obviously, it's been short time so far spent with him in the gym, but how much of an impact has Dave had?
A big difference, to be honest with you. I felt like an amateur. Just a short space of time, I've learned a lot about the pro game, and I think Dave's a big thanks to that. And I've had all world-class sparring all over the world, and just little things, and as we're progressing I think you'll see more of it as the rounds get longer. I think you'll see more of what we've been working on in the gym.
Going back to that night as well, obviously it was the Anthony Joshua undercard. Anthony Joshua won the fight on points. Looking forward to his career as a fan, how do you see him sort of facing the likes of the other top two? That's obviously the question. The other top two, Fury and Wilder, how do you see him comparing against them two?
My thoughts have changed, to be honest with you. Before that performance, I thought like he was not one-dimensional, but he was more of a fighter than a boxer, and he always had that power, so he was always dangerous. But actually from that fight he showed another difference in his boxing skill. He can box, he can move for the full 12 rounds. So yeah, you can't just say like if he fights Fury or Wilder now that he's going to be the one to just go forward and look for that knockout like he did. On the other hand, he's got the option to box now as well, so I think it's a lot different fighting. A lot of people have different opinions when big fights happen, but at the end of the day it's heavyweight boxing, anything can happen.
Talking about opinions, I just asked Jordan the same question, but I'm going to ask everyone this question because the fight week's coming up very soon. Fury Wilder, obviously the two names you mentioned there. The first fight was obviously controversial in many people's eyes. How do you see the second one going?
Like as I just heard John say, you can't predict anything in heavyweight boxing. Like it's one punch, and obviously that lies in Wilder's favour for the one punch knockout. But on the other hand, Fury, like you say, shows every time he's a world class boxer. But we don't know, a lot of things have changed. He's changed trainers. There's a lot of differences. So I see it going one or two ways. Like you say, everyone thinks Wilder's going to knock him out or Fury's going to go points. But I do see if I had to someone give me money, I had to put my money. I'd put it on Fury to beat him on points, to be honest with you.
Let's just go back to you before we wrap this up. First of all, explain to me how you make your weight, because I can't figure out, I can't put two and two together because you're very tall for your weight. Is it super bantam, if I'm right, super bantamweight, and you're 6'1"? 6 foot exactly. How?
Dave sews me mouth up.
Say again?
Dave sews me mouth up. No, I've just got a new nutritionist on board, so things are going well, so I think I'll be able to make this weight comfortably super bantamweight, and I'll be sticking at this weight until I need to go up. Obviously, like I say, I'm young, my body's still maturing. If I have to go through the weights, I'll go through them, but at the minute, I'm comfortable at super bantamweight.
You're 18, right, if I'm correct? Is it 19? So you obviously got a lot of time to develop, and like you said, you can go through the weights. Is that a huge goal in your head to, win various titles in various divisions?
Yeah, like you said, that's the big dream. That's like the end goal. I don't just want to be a one division champion. I'd like to win a couple of divisions, and hopefully one day, undisputed, I think, is a big thing nowadays. Like I say, with all the different belts what's going on, I'd just like it to be known as the one champion in the one division. You are the best, so that's a big goal in my boxing career.
You've got plenty of time to achieve that. Obviously, last year, only the 2 fights. Obviously, starting your pro career towards the end of the year. This year, sorry, we got New Year 2020 is here. In January, what is the goal? In December, where do you want to be? How many fights do you want to have under your belt?
It's not down to me really. I think it's down to the team behind me. They'll tell me when and where I'm fighting, and it's my job to do the fighting and get in there and do the job, and hopefully try and look good. Just keep learning and just push on really. By the end of this year, I want to be known as one of the hottest prospects in British, definitely our world boxing, to be honest with you. I want to be people talking about my name. I want to sort of make a stamp this year in 2020.
It's definitely. All right, Hopey, thank you for your time.
Hey Fight fans, it's Michelle Joy Phelps. If you haven't already subscribed to my YouTube channel, make sure you go ahead and do so by clicking the icon right here and hit the bell button so that every time we upload a new video, you get an alert so that you don't miss out.